I'm Carlos in Marina City, and I just got back from the weekly Tuesday night tweet up at Lido's Cafe in Oak Park. I took the Green Line there and back. One of the best things about living downtown is I can get to Oak Park in 20 minutes on the Green Line. Regular readers know not only don't I drive a car, but I take transit everywhere I go. And anybody who's ever visited my apartment would know that, because I have transit maps festooning my walls everywhere you look. You know, a really cool thing about the Green Line and the CTAL in general is that nobody's ever tried to cut my front pocket open with a switchblade to get at my wallet. Yeah, that's what I said. My friend Tony from New York City visited me in Chicago today. One of the things he told me is that the New York City subway is a lot tougher a place than it was when I moved out of New York 6 years ago. Apparently, street toughs are now cutting people's pockets open with knives in order to get to their wallets. As a result, people are now carrying their money and their credit cards in their shoes. You know, a lot of funny things have happened to me on the L in Chicago. I've sat in pee, I've gotten into a lot of arguments with Trixies on the Brown Line, and once I was even beaten and robbed, although I blame that on Logan Square. The neighborhood, not the L station. And, you know, I know what my socks smell like, so if I lived in New York, nobody would ever take my money. I would hand that money to the barista at Starbucks, and that cup of coffee would go right back into the urn. My friends in New York are always asking me, why do you live in Chicago? Life is so much better in New York. I gotta tell you, carrying my debit card and my KEDS, not such an amenity. Now, you might think from this lovely car-centric scene of Albuquerque that I have a little bit of something for cars too. I really don't. I just like being able to get around very conveniently, and for me that happens on transit. And I have to say, given the fact that there's nobody trying to cut my pocket open with a switchblade on the L, I definitely prefer the L to the New York City subway. Actually, I'm lying to you. The real reason I prefer the L is the reason I prefer Chicago. Because I get to ride the L with Chicagoans. And getting to hang out with Chicagoans over New Yorkers any day is something I'm going to choose. Besides, the pizza in Chicago is just better. Yeah, New Yorkers, I went there.